The first piece of news that we have to cover today is more AI art drama. And this is allegedly, again, I have to say allegedly so I don't get into legal trouble, right? But it's allegedly somebody that is faking their art process with AI art, but through a traditional art means, which is very interesting. So we'll see about this. So I saw this video on my For You page today. This video is posted by this account by the name of I think it's cursed_L if I read this correctly, but it's CVRSD. That's how you spell it. So this is like what they have to say in their video. Disclaimer before I start, this person whispers throughout the entire video, or like the text to speech, whatever voice is used is the whispering. I'll let you know when the whispering stops.
It's now arriving traditional. I hate to be that person, but for me, this is 100% AI. Let's take a look at this person's pieces. First, the eyes are inconsistent, which is a huge red flag. It's rare to see consistent eyes and lighting on AI images. The earpieces looks weird, especially the one on the right. I'm not even sure if this is an earpiece, but if it's not, then what is that supposed to be? The outfit look so weird. What it is even supposed to be? An armor? A dress? Why does it look like the clothes are ripped off on the sleeve? I don't understand the outfit. Eyes inconsistency. Once again, the ears look so weird. Why isn't there any details? Why is it just a black void? If you look at this crown, it doesn't make sense. From afar, it looks good, but when you zoom in, you notice that there's no details, and the details don't make any sense. AI does this literally all the time. This one is the funniest. What is that lamau? A part of the armor. Why is it blending into the hair? I feel like the AI wanted to make a hood, but failed. What is that? It could be an artistic choice, but none of the details are symmetrical. It's always inconsistent, which is pretty weird. Part of the skin is blending into the eye. Also, the eyes are inconsistent again. Again, what is that? A crown? Wood? Bones? It looks like nothing, to be honest. Why would you, as a sane person, draw big details in the hair that doesn't even look like something recognizable? Why is there random thread connecting the shoulder and the chest? The inconsistencies are pretty much the same on this one. Eyes, weird ears, outfit that barely makes sense. Again, these things in the hair just looks like random things. I still don't know what is it supposed to represent. Also, when you make a research with this person's pieces, you'll only find AI images, which is, again, a big red flag. Anyway, either this person prints AI or she generates images and redraws them. Both cases, it's bad.
So that is their video. And here's what some people in the comments had to say. You know, Octo rating, also the fact that it's on printer paper. People will be like, quote, it's not AI, it's literally on a canvas, end quote, about another traditional quote unquote artist using AI. Like, bro, have you ever heard of a printer? The Ultimate Final Boss printed AI. And Street Urchin writing, there's literally 0 smudges or pencil marks. And again, look, don't send hate to the other person. Don't send hate to the other creator. This is not for that purpose, right? This is just to show you that AI and the people who are trying to pass AI as their own artwork are advancing, and now they're scamming with a different method instead of digital. I guess they think if they print it out on printer paper, it is less noticeable for some reason. Yeah, it's growing so fast, which is like frustrating. So this is the creator in question. Again, don't send hate to the creator, right? That's not what we're trying to do here. They kind of like just only posted music content. And then all of a sudden,
Oh, so you're an artist.
One week ago,
Are you good at it?
they started posting art videos.
Oh, so you're an artist. Are you good at it?
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Oh, so you're an artist.
Yeah, so these are
you good at
exactly
it?
the pieces that other creator, Cursed, was using in their example. And there are people that can draw like this naturally, and there are also people who allegedly fake the process. One thing that I think is also kind of really funny, okay, so because you know how when you print something, right? Like when you print an image, your printer would leave a border between your image and the edge of the paper. Do you see this like about 1/2 inch border between her painting or like her drawing, right? Quote unquote her drawing, allegedly, and the edge of the paper? Like even if you print something out that's borderless, there will still be a little bit of a border. I just think that's funny, right? But again, it's one of those where if you do look at the fine details, it doesn't match up. Like this key is not symmetrical on either side. It's supposed to look symmetrical, but if you actually look at the fine details, it's not. And I'm not saying like a human error where it's like, oh, because they can't use a symmetry tool on an actual paper canvas, it's gonna be a little bit off. No, like some elements just simply aren't there. Like this loop is just literally not present. This loop is literally not present on this side. And putting a camera, a hand, and a pencil with lighting hitting it doesn't change the fact that this is like a fake printed piece.
sometimes may be good.
Allegedly, this is one of the pieces that the other account is calling out. And if we just pause it here and take a look at some of the details, again, there's a lot of elements that just don't make sense from like a human point of view. Also, by the way, I love how AI art draws noses. I say this sarcastically, okay? Just take a look at the nose. AI art uses such heavy lighting and shadows in their pieces. Look how heavy the eyeshadow is. Look how sharp the cheekbone is, how sharp the jawline. The AI almost absolutely refuses to draw a nose bridge. Like, just look. None of the pieces have a nose bridge. And this, in my opinion, isn't like an art style. This is like a AI art mistake. Right? Again, some people genuinely draw like that. They just omit the nose bridge, but it's just funny because AI art also never draws like a nose bridge in for a lot of times. Another thing that I really want to point out too is again, AI art with the hair. AI will make hair go in on itself, as in like hair, again, like I always say, only has one end, right? It connects to your head on one side and it has an end on the other. On one end does not connect to anything. But AI will draw hair looping back in on itself. Do you see the strand of hair coming all the way down and it loops back into the hair again? Like more looping hair pieces. And it's not like a stylized aspect. Some people like draw like kind of like little stylized pieces. Like it literally just does not make sense in the flow of the hair. Yeah, because it's AI. Allegedly, right? Some pieces could be a little bit more, like this piece, is this AI? Is this hand-drawn? I honestly, from looking at it, this to me looks like it could be hand-drawn. Then they have videos like this, showing my art every single day till it get noticed. And it's like trending audio, so I have to pause it. Another one, I guess they've hung up some of the ones in the background. Is this AI? Is this not AI? Who knows? But I need a closer look to fully kind of like establish that. But I think maybe this is why the artist is doing it this way. You know what I mean? Like, I think maybe she thinks, oh, if she puts it on a canvas, increases the exposure so we can't see that it's maybe a different sheet of paper, and signs it on the bottom, then maybe we can't tell. But I'm not really buying this. Chaisa, why would you expose your face like that when you're doing this? That's what I'm saying! Like, she's not the only one, by the way. There's been a surge of artists recently, fake artists, right, doing this, where they would print out AI, they would print it out, and they would hold it up as if they drew it. And I'm like, who the fuck do you think you're fooling? Like, and why would you show your face? Because now I know that you are trying to do this. Like another one, showing my art until I become famous. Again, it's like odd to me because you see the cutoff here? Like, it's such a sharp cutoff. And twofold, right? Some artists they'll tape their canvas so that they can draw over it. So they peel the tape off afterwards to get like a clean line. I don't often see artists who sketch like this do this. Typically it's like water painters will do it, not necessarily people who work in pencil. And here's something that people are pointing out that to me looks really odd too, is the fact that there's no smudges. Like, I started as a traditional artist, so I did a lot of pencil work, which I suppose is the medium that she's working in, right? You'll see later. She does some sort of art processes. And I just have to say, like, you're gonna smudge. No matter how hard you try not to smudge pencil onto your canvas, you will. Because as you're drawing with pencil, like, there's tricks to do it, you know? Like, what I would do when I was drawing with pencil is I would put like an index card on my art piece and I put my hand on the index card to draw so that I'm not like scrubbing my palm against the art piece like that. But instead, I am on a index card and I'm scrubbing the index card over. So it's not necessarily bleeding the pencil markings too much, but it's going to smudge a little bit. You're going to get some sort of ink marking, smudging, etc. onto your canvas that no matter how hard you try to avoid it, you can't. The only thing you can do afterwards is kind of erase all of the pencil markings around the background, you know, to try to clean it up as much as you can. But you can't really get rid of everything. Her canvas looks so clean for somebody who is allegedly working in pencil. That's why I just think it's a bit odd. Here I have another one, revealing my art until I reach my target audience. This one is, I guess, framed. Again, the pieces, it just looks a bit suspicious. For a number of reasons. I think a big thing that also looks odd is the fact that there's a shadow cast on the piece, except the shadow literally does not match what is drawn. And then here's another one of her videos 1 day ago, showing my art until I get famous, showing another quote unquote alleged art piece of theirs. But okay, guys, look at this. This was just funny to me.
So I'm finally finishing the ring for scarves.
Look at her drawing.
I like it quite a lot. Details are not perfect. We need to practice more. So I'm finally finishing the ring.
Like, maybe I'm wrong, right? Maybe this is actually hand-drawn, but I did not see a single like pen marking or like pencil marking, I mean.
So I'm finally finishing the
like
ring
no
for
strokes were
scarves.
actually made.
I like it quite a lot. Details.
And then did I miss something? Like she's like scrubbing it with a piece of paper. Is this like a pencil technique? I used to work in pencil. I used to draw traditionally. That was like my first medium. I feel like most people's first medium. But I mean, I would use like different types of erasers to blur. Like there's like the little like putty eraser you can use to, like smudge it a little better. Is paper something you use? Maybe I'm wrong, right? Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, paper for smudging? Okay. Okay.
Details.
Like, I don't know. It's just...
We need to practice more.
On a complete side note, though, the white do be white. I'm just interested in the high level of contrast. Like maybe it's the video is edited to bump the contrast, right? But pencil typically doesn't go this black. If you were to like ink it in with pencil, there's gonna be some sort of lead shine to the paper. Do you know what I mean? Like if something is like actually drawn with pencil, there's going to be a shine to it because that's kind of how pencil looks like. It's going to be like different shades of gray. You typically don't get white and black like this with pencil when you draw with it. It's gonna be a little smudgy. My tinfoil hat could definitely be tinfoiling like this because I used to work in pencil. So there are different types of pencils. Charcoal, yeah, maybe. But charcoal's messy. Like if you work with charcoal, that is like messy. So then again, like I'm just saying her canvas would typically be pretty muddy probably. Because have you seen people work with charcoal? Like you get charcoal everywhere. So I don't know, right? But we definitely can't deny like some of these pieces that are being claimed as original work to me just cannot be. Like this to me really looks like AI artwork, a fake AI art. We have the hair just going back into the hair. And the background of the paper being this, like there's no way it would look like this if you were to pencil this in or charcoal it in. It doesn't come out looking like this. It comes out looking kind of like smudgy and streaky. That's why it just kind of throws me off. With this clean a line, again, this could be taped, right? Like she could have taped up here and then like peeled the tape off. But then that also leads me to wonder like, why is the line up here so sharp, but then the line down here is not? Like, I'm guessing you probably taped both, right? The top and the bottom. It's just really suspicious. Basically, the reason why I keep saying if you work with pencil, quote unquote, because that's like so far the only tool that we've seen pencil, paper, and there is a pen up here. So yeah, maybe she goes back and inks in some parts with pen. Sorry, I'm like entertaining my cat in the background. To me, this is all alleged at the end of the day, right? Because we can't be certain. With things like AI art accusations or like a suspicion of somebody using AI art, you never have a smoking gun. You just have like a whole bunch of like clues that kind of points you towards the direction that it could be AI art, right? But it's never definitive unless I see them literally type a prompt into a generator. But it's just odd because charcoal work, even pencil work is dirty. It's just odd to me that this is allegedly pencil, charcoal, and pen work and nothing is like smudged everywhere. Because when I work in pencil, literally like my entire hand, the entire side of my palm that makes contact with the canvas is gray from just rubbing into the pencil. Or again, the other option is sometimes when I would draw with pencil, because again, that was like the first medium I started drawing with, I would take an index card and I would put my hand on the index card and draw like that. So and I don't smudge my palm across my art piece. I'm just smudging paper instead. So you don't like really rub too much into your piece, right? She doesn't do here either. So that's what I'm like, how is it so clean? That's just what's confusing me, right? Unless it's like AI art. Even if she takes her time though, right? Like it's just a messy medium. Pencil is a messy medium. Charcoal is an even messier medium. How is it not everywhere? Things are just suspicious. Again, this is all alleged. This is all theories. At the end of the day, don't send hate to this other creator. But I'm just pointing this out as being a bit odd because there's been a rise of people printing out AI artwork and claiming it as hand-drawn by them when it is not. So could this be a case of that? Potentially. Could this be a case of somebody who hand draws art pieces in a very AI style, but it's actually handmade? Who knows? But we haven't seen them actually draw yet. I don't know, right? Schrodinger's cat, Schrodinger's AI art piece. I have no idea until we see it. But if I see like a legitimate art process, because traditional, you can't fake it. You can't fake your traditional art process. Like if you sit there and you draw it out by hand, we can see with eyeballs you are drawing it by hands. But the whole point of like making a video like this to talk about this is just to showcase a lot of people will see other artists, fake artists, like allegedly fake artists, right? Like this, they would see that and be like, wow, why can't I draw like her? Why does my canvas look hella dirty and messy when hers is so clean and pristine and the colors come out really nice? Because it might not be handmade after all, you know? It's a theory. But again, at the end of the day, these are all my theories. This is my little tinfoil hats, and don't send hate to the people involved, including this person. There are ways to clean the canvas. You know, you can literally erase the hell out of it.